back up. Hello everybody, I'm just editing some footage that I took on a new camera, and I said that I wasn't going to get a new camera until I put my iPhone to good use, and I went ahead and broke down and bought one because I was using up the battery in my iPhone too quickly and using up the storage as well, so I would be without a phone until I can get it charged. And that was inconvenient. So I decided to go ahead and get a camera now and then use both. But having a dedicated camera, especially the one I got, is going to make things a lot easier for me, where I still have my phone to use. So I ended up getting a Sony Camcorder. I was looking at mirrorless cameras also, and I got the Sony FDR-AX43A model, which is their latest version of that particular model. They had one predecessor that came out in 2020, and I think this one may have come out in either 22 or 23. So yeah, it's been excellent so far. The reason I went with a camcorder is I'm fairly new to all of this, and I've taken photos in the past and video and so forth, but I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing and learning anything. So I'm learning everything now. And camcorder is very easy to film good footage, stays in focus very well compared to like a mirrorless camera that has to search around a little bit when you go from object to object. This focuses in really quick. The footage looks great. The auto settings work great. You don't really have to go into and change any manual settings on this camera because it just works well out of the box. Being a fairly new model, it has their latest features. And as far as in their lineup goes, this is kind of a mid-range handycam type camcorder. It is 4K. I think there's at least one model below it that may be just a regular HD model. I'm not sure if they're still selling that or it's a previous year's model, but and then there's a couple more above this one. There's one that's almost identical to this one that has some additional features. Wasn't available to me here in the Philippines, or I might have gotten that one. That would be the model 53. And then there's a completely different model that is its own thing, that is at the top end of their camcorder range for just consumer grade stuff. And this one is perfect for what I'm doing, being a beginner, and it's available in the Philippines. It was even on sale. Got it for like $875, and normally it's going for closer to $1,000. In the Philippines, that's a great deal. I know sometimes in the States you can get Black Friday deals and so forth, but that's not really an option here. So I'm just happy to have access to one at all without having to go home to get it. And then I can, if I need warranty, I can get it done here. So the footage I took this morning with it looks great on my 4K TV. Not sure how it's going to look in a phone, but looks stunning on the TV. So I can just plug this thing in and use my remote to navigate all the different clips that I filmed. So I'll give you a look at some of those clips, and I'll give you a close look at the camera itself. So it's a fairly simple unit. It's got your normal flip out screen, which articulates so you can film yourself. It has a Zeiss lens, and the lens is gimbal mounted, meaning that it has image stabilizing built in, and you can see it moving as you're moving. If you're filming yourself, you can see it moving up and down and all around. And so you can see that see that lens inside of there moving. And as far as exterior controls, it's as simple as it gets. You've got record, you've got zoom, you've got, I think you have a photo shutter if you want to take a still photo. It's got a really good mic on it that picks up sound very well. It zooms in to 20 power optical and an additional out to 30 power. I think that must be with a digital zoom. Of course, it takes an SD card and all that, and has an HDMI micro port if you want to connect it to TV or something else. I think it takes a USB as well, and then all the other controls are actually on the touch screen, so you can pull up whatever you want. You got various modes here, and I'm still learning all of this. It's wireless, so you could connect it to I think you can upload footage from it, but you can wirelessly transfer photos to your phone or maybe even your laptop. I'm not sure. I know you can do it to your phone, and so it does everything that I need. Having a viewfinder would make it a little easier. That's the AX53 has that, because when you're actually zooming in a long ways, it's hard to zero in on your subject. I think a viewfinder would probably help a lot, but even then, when it's out there a ways and my close-up vision is not what it used to be, my long range vision is pretty good. Still almost as good as it was. I don't need glasses or anything for that, but my reading vision is terrible nowadays at 52. But that's a quick look at the camera, and I'll show you some footage. Gobble, 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 gobble.
Gobble, gobble. If the feather is up, it looks like a fan. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. I wonder what they're doing. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. Not by eyes.
think well Carabao sir is that area.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I will,
Oh, okay.
no need to say, me will
Okay.
get the Carabao.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Uh,
I just want to put it on video, so.
you want to,
Yeah, sure, we can go. It's okay. Okay, just walk behind us. He's making sure there's no snakes for us. We'll wait for you, Gracie. Come on.
I will carry Gracie sir.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's very,
Very steep. Ah, there's the carabao. Yep, there he is. Uncle Ruel got a new carabao. 6-year-old bull. I'll back up. Good looking animal. Gracie and I are a little hot and sweaty because we were going to look for Uncle Royal's new Carabao bull and we couldn't find it, but thankfully our neighbor Jerson came to the rescue. He was cutting some firewood and he showed us where it was, so we got a good look at him. Got him on film because he's a really good looking animal. A lot of times when he buys a Carabao, he'll buy a cow, and sometimes they're fairly young, but this is a really fine looking bull, so wanted to get some film of him. And I always thought it'd be cool to have a Carabao and have like a wagon or a cart like they use here. Sometimes they have skids on them and sometimes they have wheels on them, and since our farm is down a muddy road and it's not always easy to get the vehicle in there, depending on how many trucks have tore up the road already, Carabao would be ideal, and it'd be fun to film it doing its various tasks. So the thought crossed my mind of getting a Carabao, and I'd like to have a big giant bull Carabao. I don't know how feasible that is with a cart or anything, but I think it'd be pretty cool. So it might happen someday if it works out. Maybe I'll find somebody that wants to sell one that's already broke for hauling a cart. And I've even seen some of them where they will harness themselves into the cart. It's usually just a rigid wooden harness that they can just put their neck underneath and kind of push against with the chest and neck area to pull it. And I've seen them trained so well that they'll dip their head right under there and put themselves in and be ready to go. So that'd be really neat. Okay, so looks like they are rocking all the side muddy roads here and grading them a little bit. And it appears that the truck is working on the road by our house right now. So we'll take a look and see how they're doing. Looks like they pushed some dirt through to flatten it off a little and are dumping some more rock. And then gonna come back and shred it and compact it with a roller. So that's good. This will be a good road now instead of just a trail. Let's go in. so that is a look at the Sony FDR-AX43A. I'm really enjoying it so far. Had to edit it a little bit because at times I'd get the subject off center, or I'd wobble around a little bit while I learn how to use it. If I'm not focused on what I'm filming and trying to figure out how to do something, sometimes I tend to wander a little bit, but that's just because I'm new to it. And as you can see, you can make a decent video even knowing absolutely nothing. And so I'm learning fast, and hopefully I can start learning how to put in annotations and so forth to make a more professional video. So all in good time. Thanks for watching.